Om Bhadram me api vataya manaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Very, very happy 2024 to everybody. May it be 2020 more of joy, peace, love. We have heard of all this in the August addresses of the other Swamijis. And of course, the business for which we come here regularly, self-knowledge. This is my wish and prayer. Standing here, it feels like it was only yesterday we were welcoming 2023, okay? Yeah. So we were just yesterday welcoming 2023, and now somehow, in a blink of an eye, the whole year has gone. How does it go so fast? It is lived day by day. Pujya Swamiji used to say this. If you look at all of his New Year addresses, there is a theme that is there. And there are some phrases that are there. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day. A whole week has gone. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Then what? Whole month has gone. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Whole year has gone. One day, one day, one day. Whole life has gone. Still lived in the day by day. That is when there is a certain spurti, an enthusiasm to greet, and a kind of abiding in the present. People keep saying how to live in the present. That's how. One day, moment to moment. That is how to live in the present. That is the only thing we can do. That is why we can make a number of resolutions. And I'm not saying they are bad, but the best resolution is to not make the resolutions at all. Because we know from the statistics connected to gym membership, it increases on December 31st. And then what? Gone. 6 months of the money gone to some prarabdha, they're gone. And so, in response to many questions that I get as I teach, how to do this one day thing. It sounds nice, it feels good to hear, but how to actually do this? And the complaint I hear all the time is that this is, the mind is playing tricks on me. This is an age-old problem. Even Arjuna had it. He complains, Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramathi balavad dhridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. It is very difficult. You are telling me all these things. Let the mind stay. And then, what does the mind want to do? Go. Let the mind be. But what does it want to do? Jump around. And what to do? He says, how to. Tasya nigraham. Nigraham means control. And that is actually, the word itself is problematic. Because it is difficult to control. So we talk more about management. And how to do that, I would like to express in the form of a small poem. There are some copies, Swamiji, for you and the other Swamijis, and one for Shuddhatmaji. You can just follow along, that might be nice. One more for here, in the back. The refrain is, let the mind wander, let it meander. You can chant that with me, okay? Yeah. Let the mind wander, let it meander. The one who tries to catch it will surely get caught. This is what the gurus of yore have us taught. 'Tis good to accept the things that cannot change. Past, present, and the future lie in this range. Let the mind wander, let it meander. Thoughts are like monkeys, they leap and fly at will. Or like the frogs who know not how to be still. Dragonflies that flit with iridescent wings. Grasshoppers, crickets, and other jumping things. Let the mind wander, let it meander. Who's the one who sees? Who is the one who knows that the mind can't be still? On and on it goes. Catch the catcher, the one who's really you. Then you discover there's nothing more to do. Let the mind wander, let it meander. The mind is not a threat, it cannot subdue you. You are free of it as you see it through and through. With Om as the mantra, the anchor and guide, steer the boat home after an interesting ride. Let the mind wander, let it meander. With consistent practice, the mind is dethroned. Dwelling in one's glory is a skill that is honed. When the mind wants to be included once more, let it enter through the rear service door. Let the mind wander, let it meander. Now the mind tamed and trained is the shining one, a mirror reflecting the orb of the sun, where knowledge of the self has joy without bounds, frees one of all wants, it's as good as it sounds. Let the mind be a wonder, let it surrender. Om Tat Sat.